All right, welcome everybody to the Experimental Aircraft channel, kind of a precursor to Oshkosh 2022, getting on with these aircraft manufacturers to find out where they are on the field. So welcome Randy and Tony.
Howdy.
Good afternoon, Brian.
Good afternoon. So first off, where will you be on the field at Oshkosh, and give in relation to the tower that everybody likes to point up at, I guess?
To the northeast, mostly north. On your way to Warbirds, you'll cross by our booth, and our booth mates, Vans will be on our south side, and I think Bearhawk's on our north side. So same place we were last year.
Okay, all right. And this year, which aircraft are you going to be bringing? Obviously the S-21, but which and whose?
We've got some nice equipment to show off. We'll be bringing our first production version of the 340, the November 615 Romeo Delta. That's our Titan 340 powered plane. And Tony, we've got an exciting airplane, two exciting airplanes we'll be showing.
Yep.
The Green Machine returns, but tell them what engine we got on it.
So last year we had the green 415 Romeo Delta Bush Trike with a Titan 320 in it. This year it's going to be showing up with the Rotax 915 IS. So
what?
Something a little new and a little flashy.
Wow.
We're making progress on our firewall forward kit for the 915.
Okay, so you're gonna have well, 3 or 4 offerings then: the 912 as a base standard, and then the Titans, which is the 390 and
340.
340s.
Yeah, 340, 180 horse.
Okay, sorry, 340, and then now the Rotax 915, which is 140 horsepower.
Yeah, on a good day it's 140, and then continuous I think it's 138, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how many hours you got on that one now?
Lots.
Yeah.
Well, I flew the
20 some on the engine.
20 plus. I flew a 20-hour plus cooling test program, and we had a lot of 100-degree weather.
Yeah, we had a hot June, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we
And
did.
then we'll also have another Titan 340 Tundra Trike in the booth. That's a customer airplane.
Pretty special customer too.
Yep,
He's one of my aviation heroes, and he's a young guy.
Okay.
And he's Andy Barker.
Okay.
And he's do you know Andy Barker?
I don't believe I do.
Well, he's
True Track.
Yeah, he took over True Track, and then Collins loved him so much they bought him out and hired him.
Okay, then. So he'll be there as well, showing off his airplane.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we built a real pretty little 21 for him with a 340 and decked out with Garmin, and guess what? Doesn't have a True Track autopilot.
The irony in that. So is that
put in what you normally put in? Don't make deviations for me.
So is that now a trademark name, the Tundra Trike?
It's not trademarked. It's just a pretty much a vernacular slang type thing.
I like it.
So most people are going with the Tundra Trike option, 22-inch mains and what's 21-inch nose
Yeah,
wheel.
the 850, 500.
Yeah. And
It's a little bit cheaper on the insurance and easier to fly. It's like getting a sports car that's a 2+2. It's technically 4 seats, but nobody ever uses the 4 seats, right, for insurance reasons, cheaper insurance.
I've flown tailwheel planes a long time, and I tell you what, the Trike is a blast. I mean, it's like, when you have part of your flight regime eased off from being critical, it makes flying more fun. And the test I give people is like, say, okay, here's how you decide whether you want a tail dragger or not, aside from insurance. As you're flying along over probably Mississippi or Alabama over the rice fields, and your engine quits, and the only choice you got is a narrow dike road with water on both sides, and it's a crosswind. Which would you rather be in, a Trike or a tailwheel plane?
Hey, as long as it's got bigger tires on, I guess that's all that matters. So you can go over the bumps better, right?
Well, in this case, the bumps are not navigable.
Yeah. No, it flies great. I remember that's one of the first one we jumped into when I got there, I believe, was the Tundra Trike, and you were playing around with some fork
variations.
rakes
Yeah,
or
we
something like
settled
that.
on a 4-inch taller vehicle. And we got the forks that you can swap out and also the gear legs, and gives you plenty of prop clearance, and it's easy to walk under the wing.
Very
So,
nice.
Pretty
Very
boss
nice.
looking.
So lots of things to offer and show this year at Oshkosh. I did catch on social that you guys announced, and I'm here today to help announce that again. Tony is joining us today because I wanted him to share what just happened in the ranks of RANS just recently over there.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Just, I guess I'm president now. So
Yeah, he didn't run fast enough. He got tagged.
so,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. So is it literally just a title change because RANS Randy needs to move some paperwork around, or you have a functioning
no.
role now as a president?
I got to brag on this kid. He's been with us a long time now. Gosh, when you started here, you started what, sandblasting frames?
Yep.
Went to welding bike frames, and then
Yep.
eventually building aircraft, and so sophisticated task as doing the avionic panels.
Yep.
And I've known Tony since, oh my gosh, his dad was like a 2-time purchaser of RANS aircraft, and Tony had a ride in a S9 when he was a little tyke.
Yep.
A little 503 powered S9 with his father.
Sitting on my dad's lap.
Yep. So we go way back.
Yep.
And what I love about this guy, he's a very good people person. He thinks very clear and logically and fairly. And no, it's not just a title. It's definitely a responsibility, because now I can be the slacker I've always dreamed of being.
Right. Yeah, right. Well, congratulations, Tony, on that. I had a chance to meet you in person during the tour there, and you were busy the entire time. Of course, RANS is always busy with your production of the S21s right now, but deep into, I think, behind the instrument panel while I was there. So I know
Yeah,
you've shared a
been,
lot.
a couple of years since you've been here, hasn't it?
It's about 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to stop out there again soon and do another tour, and maybe fly some more airplanes together.
Yeah, you need a sample. If we should have our 915 demo available pretty much full time from Oshkosh on.
Nice.
Of course, our fly-in is in the first week of October again.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you have any forum speaking events at the show, or is everything just gonna happen at your tent? Or
We do it in the tent. We're doing the rotor builds. I think we're doing 5 or 6.
I think 7.
7.
I
Yeah.
heard
Yeah,
7.
that's becoming more popular. It's a very good tool to get people the confidence. You know, we build one of the easier to put together kits because we use a lot of blind rivets and a lot of CNC machining and finish quality to the parts. It's accelerates the build process very admirably.
so when obviously this is a pre-order, you're bringing parts there for people to assemble the rudder. What days is that planned if somebody wants to come alongside to see how that's done?
I believe it's every day of the week. I think maybe starting Tuesday. I don't think we do on Monday.
Right.
So you've got 1 or 2 scheduled each day, essentially, because it only takes about a day to build one, right? I mean,
Only
3
a
or 4
couple
hours.
actually.
Yeah, I think our shortest time was an hour and a half so far at
Yeah.
the show, and then about the longest time 2.5. And that was with a lady who never held a power drill before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Built
You've
a
gotten
nice
it down.
rudder.
You've got it down to that quick now, huh? An hour
Yeah,
or 2?
when it's with the one-on-one, Eddie, you can get them instructed through them pretty quick now. So
Yeah, we've gotten better at it.
when we do the 5, 6, 7 person classes, they usually are like 4 or 5 hours. So
Sure. More people slows the process down a little bit.
Yeah, we hold that class how many times a year? We do that about every quarter.
no, I'd say once a month, but we usually skip a few months here and there. So
Yeah.
So what
See
other
how disconnected I am from the company, you know, I'm just kind of like,
so let's go back to that for just a second, Randy. Why? I mean, obviously, I know you're a very creative person, and you're both the creative and the engineer in the same chair, which is a great thing. Is there more of a method to the madness of the why to this? Do you have some bigger ideas that you want to explore?
Well, we're working on things, of course, but we won't share any of that because
Thanks.
I get in big trouble if I do that.
yes, he does.
And we're all full throttle on production right now. But the why of it is that we want our buyers to have confidence that the company's more than just me. You know, I always make the metaphor, we're a band and we're playing along, and I walk off the stage with my instrument and I'll be damned if the song keeps playing, you know.
Sure.
And that's the metaphor I like. And it exactly describes this company runs without me.
Sure. Makes sense.
And even if I wasn't here physically or by choice, these guys are strong enough, indoctrinated into the methods and philosophy of the company that they would continue to innovate and develop. You know, it's not like all of a sudden it's a lot of times when the change of command occurs, there's also a change of the company to the point that it's noticeable. And the neat thing about this change is it's been ongoing now for quite a while. We're just officiating it.
Yeah. Gotta fill some shoes there, Tony.
Yeah, they're big shoes to fill. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Are you bragging on it?
Not really, but
Okay.
you can take it that way. But
That's be a first time.
we have a great management team.
We do.
With amongst us two and Jamie and Shelley as well.
Right. You can
We
meet
conquer.
Jamie. Jamie will be at.
She'll be at Osh.
Yeah, we're doing an unusual thing. We're taking our accountant to the air show, which
We can hand her.
Is that a wise thing?
Straight.
I think if you meet her, you'll find out that it is a wise thing.
Yeah.
She's one of the most interactive accountants we've ever had. She's not the kind of numbers person that just sits in her office and does the calculations and goes home. She actually goes out there and finds out stuff.
Yeah.
What part does what and why do we need it and blah, blah, blah. And we have enjoyed that thoroughly. But the management team's one thing. We got to really give kudos to our muscles.
Oh, absolutely.
Our people building our parts, building packing the planes. And we got a great crew. I mean, it's been a lot of fun.
We are partnering with great companies like Dynon Avionics at Dynon.com, Airtech Coatings at AirTechCoatings.com, AviNation Youth Magazine at AviNationUSA.com, the Aviators Clinic at AviatorsClinic.com. Take a moment to go visit their websites at the links found below in the description of this video. And visit our website at experimentalaircraftchannel.com for events, our video library arranged in easy-to-find playlists on specific topics, affiliate products, aviation merchandise, and so much more.
Yeah, I was very impressed, guys, when I came out there to get a factory tour. And then there's the factory tour that is off camera that I was not able to show, and that's understandable. Right. But I was overly impressed that I went to Piper because I'm in Florida and Vero Beach very early on in my aviation days and got a full tour of that. You're not quite the footprint of them, but you have more than the capability than Piper Aircraft has back in the day. And I was overly impressed with, I mean, you're a full on aviation aircraft production facility, and you could build anything you want out of that facility.
Thank you. That's what we've been looking for. We've been trying to get there.
Yeah.
I've also been to Vero Beach, and strangely enough, I was there pitching to have them buy the S-19s for their SLSA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I got the full tour and met everybody. I was there like 2 or 3 days. Of course, they went with somebody else, and now they're no longer in the light sport.
Overseas. Yeah.
Yeah, and since last time you were here, we've also gotten quite a few pieces of equipment. So
yeah, we've been
look even more aviation
teching
production,
buying cool tools that do cool things, and we love doing that.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I'm excited for you, Tony, again, and your new role and the future of RANS and what's going to come out of RANS now that Randy will have some free time. For those of you that don't follow Randy on social, he's also an artist and a painter, and he does like paintings weekly that are not aviation related, just life. And
I've slowed down a little bit on that because I've been busy on some other things, but yeah, I enjoy doing that. Yeah.
So maybe he'll pivot into that. And I got to wonder if he's going to compete for space at some point in time with all these these different people get into privatized space travel.
No, that I don't need to do that. We've got what, 3 companies trying to do
Right,
that,
right.
you know, and right now my money's on Elon. He's doing a pretty good job of blowing up rockets, which you want to see a little bit of that before you strap one on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd
Absolutely.
rather ride in a rocket that's been failed a few times and fixed.
That's right.
But yeah, we got a lot of it. I mean, aviation's still exciting, still vibrant. We've got people trying to fly around with lots of propellers spinning around them. That's always exciting.
Something.
And we got people making classic aircraft that are updated to some form or the other. And we still have pioneers and we still have innovation. And there's still a long way to go before we can say we're done that and can't go any further.
Sure. So just to give a mention here, because she's not present, Shelly, you're actually sitting in her office, but her essence is
You
with
can't
us.
tell, can you? I mean, there's no
clues whatsoever.
The essence of Shelly is present with all the artwork of Wonder Woman, but she is your Wonder Woman. I mean, she should be. She's your wife, but
Every day I get up and I wonder what the heck did I? No, she's been good for me, good for the company, and yeah, she's definitely good for the business too. The customers love her, and she's a straight shooter. You know, we one thing we sell airplanes on is integrity. You know, no blowing it up beyond what it is, because when the chips come down to it, you got to have the numbers we talk about. Otherwise, you can get hurt. So.
I often wonder how you guys get stuff done though, because when I was there and then seeing how you post stuff on social and here, it's like you're always playing around and laughing and stuff. It's like, do you guys actually work? Where does the work get done?
Well,
I guess that's why you live so close.
Yeah,
right,
we have
Randy?
a bunch of body doubles that are actually doing the work. You know.
You can actually throw a rock from Randy's house to the shop, so that's probably why you can work late and just skip across the street and get some rest.
That's right. Well, you know, one thing that's super important is employee morale. So you got to have fun, you know.
Yeah, today, who won the, we're doing a little thing to give everybody a little bit of financial relief on the price of gas. And every week, either Thursday or Friday, we come up with some crazy contest that somebody wins
Okay.
and gets some cash to go help ease the pain of buying fuel to get to work.
Yeah.
And today's was what? What did we do today? I was out doing some other things, and
it was pin the prop on the airplane.
Okay.
So, you know, classic child's game, and our painter won. So
was this like a paper cutout, or were you physically carrying a propeller over to an airplane?
that would have been better. We could have
it was about a 12-inch cardboard cutout, and we had about 3 of them.
A little safer.
Yeah, a little safer.
Don't have to get OSHA involved for that one.
Yeah, we were completely safe and in compliance with all EPA and OSHA rules, just so you know. I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and somebody new always wins because it's highly rigged, you know. So,
well, I might have to play that game before I come out and visit you guys again. So to have some travel cash or something.
Yeah, it's, you know, we see that, but, you know, people don't seem to be driving any less, and hopefully they're not flying any less. But if they are, we have options that will relieve the price of per mile flying. So like I'm trying to say that the 915, I'm starting to get impressed with that engine.
Yeah.
It's a pretty economical, pretty interesting performance we're getting out of that. So.
And you're seeing that, what is your field elevation there? I mean, I know turbos are usually for higher elevations, but.
No, that's kind of a misnomer, because we're 2000, but right now it's probably close to 6,000 density.
Because the heat,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and then the crossover point on a standard day would be about 9,300 between the Titan and the 915, but on a hot day like today, that could drop as much as 4,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So a turbo is always a good idea in terms of density altitude, and it's always a bad idea in terms of cost of maintenance.
Well, yeah, you have to look on the scale of the pros and cons of that, I guess.
Well, you have to evaluate it. Typically, we say it really depends on the profile of the flight that you're going to be doing most of. If you live at, I typically say 3,000, 3,500 above field elevation, you probably should look at it. You know, the flight comparisons we've done were pretty interesting. We were up about, what was that, 9,500
Yeah.
when you started pulling away
Yeah.
from me in the 340.
Yeah.
So you got the degradation of your horsepower with the density. So there's always a crossover point between
Yeah.
one engine and the other.
Is that a little, are you finding that's a little smoother, Randy? I know when you and I flew in the Titan, you described it and I could feel it. It's a little bit of a harder pounding engine because the compression.
Yeah, it is. But that engine itself has behaved better with a little more time on it. It was fairly fresh, and I'm not sure we had a dynamic at that point when you were here.
I'm not sure.
So no, it's very pleasant engine to fly behind. Both of them are. The 915's got a different frequency. It's more like a turboprop.
Okay.
Sounds pretty dang
Sounds
cool
pretty
going
cool.
over. It just like it's got a nice whoosh to it.
And just to let everybody know, Randy is very thorough in his test phase of flying these aircraft. When I was with him, there was a whistle somewhere in the cockpit and he couldn't find it. We're both leaning forward and leaning backward and this and that. And he practically jumped outside the airplane to crawl around and try to find out where it was. But he found it.
Ryan,
I think it was in the
hold
back bottom or something, that there was a cover that
Yeah,
was creating a vacuum or something like that.
yeah. We probably fixed it, or got better headsets. I don't know.
More duct tape.
More duct tape. But airplanes are like that. They'll throw you a curve every once in a while. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks guys for jumping on for a few minutes of your busy day just to share what to expect to Oshkosh and where to find you on the field and the type of aircraft they're going to see this year and all that stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the flesh and the person, real person here in about a little over a week.
Yep. Better bring your sunscreen and your, I guess it's supposed to be a boiler this year.
Okay.
I've heard conflicting reports. Some guys are saying in the hundreds and some guys are saying down in the 80s. So
So lots of water because the wind is usually present and that's going to blow all the moisture right off your body. So
if it's not windy and the humidity, it's always yeah.
So I've only been to Oshkosh, I think this is going to be the third time coming up. And the first one was like 50 degrees and windy. Then the second time it was like 85 degrees and windy. And we had that chance of tornado, which was really fun.
Last
Yep.
year's storms.
It makes us feel comfortable putting multi-$1,000 equipment outside.
Yeah. People were like wrapping their wings with bubble wrap in case of
I
hail.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I think at that point we had all fabric airplanes and we figured, it ain't gonna bother them.
They have their own hail suspension built into them, right?
Well, historically, they don't really poke through. They just make little rings in the paint job.
Right.
So
Right.
if you got brittle paint, so it's not too bad.
All right. Well, we're all praying for good weather and low humidity and no tornadoes and a good show for everybody. So
You betcha.
thanks again for popping on here, and we'll see you in about a week.
About a
Sounds
week.
good.
All
Look
right,
forward to
Brian.
seeing you.
Bet. Be safe. Have a blast.